All right, welcome everyone with Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chainsaw Man, episode 10.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
an ability.
That's an ability.
That is a contract. That's
a terrifying ability.
That makes the snake seem
right. It's
basic.
Awesome. It is fucking awesome.
Very awesome.
But it's also terrifying.
That is bullshit.
yeah, that is a bullshit power, but you know what? This is the world of bullshit powers.
Right.
It's just that, it's something that you can't really defend against. That's the problem.
Right.
Other than, by making people not know your name, but they don't know that that's the mechanic.
Bullshit, where's power,
Yes. Well, no, she made the sane decision and was just like,
run the fuck away.
I don't need to be here anymore. I'm going to go find my cat. And just
power is the player in the party who sees the adult dragon show up and just decides to run and is like, but that's what my character would do. Yeah. Right. And then the party's like, but we could have fought it if you stayed here. Like, you don't know that. You're metagaming.
Yeah, that don't seem like we had great odds.
Just because the DM gives you an encounter doesn't mean you're supposed to win it.
Especially in this universe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so
but, they got their revenge, kinda. Denji wasn't captured. That's good.
Kobani popped the fuck off, and
Arai's dead, but but she's alive.
Dead. Yeah.
And Makima, did you foresee this?
Okay. Well, there's a whole big just box of something up here for her. But for now, let's get some closure on what happened. Let's reconvene whoever's alive and or
see what
reachable
happens next.
And try and breathe from this. But we got some comments from y'all with the code word squish. First one here from DMN. Not only did our main characters lose the battle, but their attackers lost as well. The only one that really won and gained something from these events appears to be Makima. Yeah. Most devil hunters are dead, with only the non-humans remaining, and all groups merging under Makima's direct control. Not only this, but the remaining humans are also starting to have their doubts about Makima, to the point where we are seeing not just one, but 3 of the devil hunters working for her starting to mistrust her.
Yep.
And Emiya Shiro's comment here, on the subject of the Snake Devil and the Ghost Devil, remember that Himeno only had to give up her eye once and could use one of the Ghost Devil's arms at will as much as she wanted to. Whereas the Snake Girl appears to need to give up flesh every attack, but seems to get the entire body. So it seems to be balanced. Would you instead give up a significant body part such as a whole eye once to be able to use a fraction of a devil's power at will, or give up a small piece of your body such as a fingernail to use the devil's full power each time?
Fingernails grow back.
Yeah, fingernails grow back. I think the main thing is that if you use something in the midst of the fight, like you have to use it immediately, it's the negative effect of whatever you're using being the, oh God, okay, I've used this thing.
Right.
Regardless of fingernails growing back, it's still going to take a long time for that.
And to be fair, with Himeno's deal, it was probably something where, like, let's say if she had survived it, she hadn't quite given everything, but got a lot more of it. It probably would be the deal of, you got parts of my body forever, and I get additional parts of you forever.
Yeah. But, she died.
But,
so.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kai Watanabe saying, regarding the talk about whether Denji is Denji, the Japanese manga hints to that a bit. Before Denji fuses in the beginning of the manga, his Japanese is very coherent throughout and grammatically well structured. After he fuses, however, he tends to stretch some words, or some of the words normally written in hiragana or kanji is written in katakana. These literary devices are respectively used to show a character's immaturity and to signify that they are sounding out a word rather than grasping its actual meaning. Oh, that is interesting. I think this implies that Pochita is invoked more in the essence of Denji, as Pochita may lack the vocabulary that a normal human would have.
Nice. So he became his heart, and so it's they
are now
Pochita,
a singular entity together.
Exactly. Yeah. Pochita is there with Denji. It's not just Denji now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
And then a little bonus thing from the editor here saying multiple people were asking for this in their squish comments. So here's the manga version of the Makima reveal on the train.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's check this out here. Make this nice and big.
Cool.
Oh. Ooh.
She looks so like relatively normal, there.
Right.
Like it's just oh hi.
I think it's just the chilling thing of this was probably a page turner.
No,
Where
exactly.
it's just you turn the page and oh fuck!
Yeah,
Oh,
suddenly she's there.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
I also really like how her mouth is just so blank and just expressionless.
There's no big display of emotion on her face or anything
Nothing.
like that. Yeah.
Nothing. But
Oh,
also like the way the shadows just
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Just
Nice.
This guy and just his turn. What the?
Yeah.
Just swings the gun around like what?
I get the feeling I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
I saw some amazing fan art from a friend of mine of like what it must have been like for the knife head guy to basically be going through all this shit and just getting the shit beat out of him constantly. And it's just one thing after another that day until he just finally goes back home and just collapses on the couch, just like fuck. Like,
I've had a day.
I've had a day, right.
Grabs a beer, turns on the TV. Yeah.
But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Just public knowledge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to give an explanation. Aww. Aww.
Okay. Wow.
You ran, yeah. Huh? Oh.
Everybody else is dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe leave these for him. Ooh.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
Whoa.
Yep. Might as well smoke.
Can't light it. Yep. Hi, Sanji. Yeah. Oh. Oh, this character animation. He waited. Oh. Oh, he came back for the manga. Oh.
初めて友達になろうっつってくれた人なのに俺ひどくね
Oh.
パワーが死んだら負けるか
Nah, probably not. Yeah.
マキマさんが死んだら多分俺はしばらくへこむけど3日後には楽しく毎日を過ごせてると思うな
Wow, yeah.
朝昼晩食って
Baths, yeah.
Yeah. The and.
心臓だけじゃなく
Sure.
までなくなっちまったのか
Hey, this is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
失礼します。
どうも
私たちマキマさんに頼まれて京都から得意4課を指導に来ました。
そのリンゴ食べていいですか指導
Okay,
Okay.
now we get the
All
OP.
right.
Wow. What a heavy start.
マキマさんが指導してくれるんですか
残念だけど私は忙しくなっちゃうから適任を紹介するね。
Oh.
Our Nanami.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes.
彼の名前は
Ooh.
仲間が死んでどう思った
Oh.
死んだと思った。
敵に復讐したいか 復讐とか。
人と悪魔どっちの味方だ。
Oh.
俺を面倒見てくれる方。
勝ってる方。
Oh.
お前たち100点だ。
Oh.
Huh.
お前たちみたいのはめったに。
Okay.
They were honest, maybe.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
No pretense, basically.
まずはお前は帰れ。今すぐこいつらは。
In the graveyard? Oh.
俺
Oh.
は得意ってデビルハンターをやってる。先生と呼ばれると気持ちよくなる。
All right.
Holy shit!
What?
お前たちの筋肉と骨の仕組みは俺たちと同じだ。
Holy shit.
骨を俺は動けなくなる。
Oh my god.
貴様と違うのは
It's being able to regenerate.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
仕上がる。てめえ。
マキマにお前たちを鍛えてくれと頼まれた。
Damn.
俺は最強のデビルハンターだ。最強の俺を倒せる悪魔は最強なわけ。
That's the simplest kind of logic. I love it.
That's great.
俺はお前たちを。
Oh, hunting. Hunting.
All right.
Wait.
こいつ頭が
Survive.
電池
Ha! Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh! Oh! My man is surgical.
Yeah. And because they're devils, we can have the training get
Holy
actually gritty
shit.
like this.
But this is horrific. The idea that
Yeah.
he's not holding back.
Mostly immortal. Okay.
俺はガキの頃から力が強くておもちゃをすぐ壊し。だから壊れないおもちゃが欲しい。
Jeez.
俺がお前たちを最高に生かしたやつ。
And that continued.
No connection anymore.
もう二度と狐は使わせてもらえ。
Gave it indigestion.
Okay.
その刀も呪いの悪魔のやつやろ。
やめへんなら、
うん
もっと強い悪魔と契約して得意化に貢献してもらわなあかんみたいです。
Ah, consultation with
Right.
stronger devils.
And people maybe to guide him through what kinds of contracts to make and stuff.
Sure.
もうちょっと自分を客観的に見た方が
An
いい。
objective look.
Sure.
Wow. That's fun. The TV reflection showing the back of his head.
来てますよ。
Oh,
Makima.
Kobeni, maybe? Or no? Wait. Who is it? Family?
I think family maybe. they're traumatized.
Hold mine body up, Denji.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
今日何回殺された。
Yes.
20回以上じゃ。
Oh yeah, have fun walking back.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
They need this time now to process what they just went through.
Right.
And so he leaves them to take it slow.
わかった。
Oh, what?
何が？
あいつを倒す方法だ。あいつは超強いが。じゃが、酒で頭がダメになって。
Ultimately,
わしらは頭を使って戦えばいい。
power. You- wait, what do you
We'll
mean?
try and be smart.
そうであいつをぶっ殺すか。
なんか俺すげえ
These two are-
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love them.
That was incredible. They're gonna ambush him.
この血の匂い。
Oh my god. Yes.
Wait.
Smart power.
Yes. They put the glasses on and everything to be like the anime characters.
Oh! Oh!
待ち伏せしやがって。今度は俺が狩られる側ってわけだな。
Okay, cool.
Wait.
And they've got reserves.
Oh!
All right.
Oh, shit! Yeah, but the shadow. There was a
Yeah.
shadow.
Uh-huh.
You saw it, yeah. Oh my god.
今までで一番良かった
Good job. Good job. You earned me drinking now.
頭を使うもんだもっと頭を
We also didn't want you to ruin our house.
All right.
Aki's dealing with some shit right now. We don't need you to
Exactly.
bring it home.
パワーは今の戦い方で
Okay, okay.
All right.
デンジが俺の攻撃を予測できなかったところだ
Powie!
もう終わりだって
Hey. Wow. Fuck you.
Bitch, we're never done. You believed me?
狩りを
Oh my god.
Wow.
He actually.
That's amazing. I love it.
Nice, nice, okay.
もらうっちゅうことは結構むごい契約内容に
Oh. They've got like a big devil hidden underground. Oh, it's like a prison.
受け取りにして悪魔
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
関係ないっすけど昨日の美人彼女さんですか
すぐそういう話
Who was she?
本当の方です
Oh, Himeno's
じゃあ殴られました
Himeno's younger sister.
Damn.
Oh.
手紙をもらいました
A letter from Himeno in case she died.
私宛てに姉から送られてきた手紙ですあなたが読むべきなのでお渡しします
Forced Aki to get his ear pierced. Nothing else, we could go private instead, saying public safety. How do I get Aki to quit? I brought it up, but he brushed it off.
Shit.
Oh.
That.
この部屋にいる悪魔とアキ君は契約してもらいますいるんは未来の悪魔
Holy shit.
一人は寿命半分もう一人は両目と味覚嗅覚を差し出しています
I like how they had the devil already picked out rather than like, here's our list of devils that we have. Take your pick. Okay. Seems harmless. Don't think bars would do anything to keep this devil here, but okay.
I mean, it's probably connected to something beyond that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Oh, doggos.
Already your favorite ED.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
This was a really good
That-
episode.
yeah.
We took the action of the previous episode and we had this be basically the falling, you know, kind of after that.
Falling tension, I
Falling
believe?
tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And giving it a lot of time to breathe, especially for Aki, but
Yes.
also for Power and Denji a little bit as well. While Power is, of course, a little bit, you know, zany and crazy and stuff.
Totally.
Denji was thinking about, wait, how do I feel about
Yeah,
this?
would I cry if these different people died?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
good to have your main character sort of realize. I love that as a way to it feels
Explore
like
his nature.
explores nature, but also sort of like a meta way to address the situation of where if you're in an action show, right?
Yeah.
And you need to have a main character that's driving the story. That takes a certain kind of personality in order to do that. Even more so when you're dealing with a situation like this where the world is crazy and people are dying all the time, right?
And your main character is also a young kid.
Right,
There's-
right, exactly.
There's a lot of ways in which they don't fit in
Right,
this
and
world. Yeah.
and oftentimes in you know other stories in the past and stuff, you know, it's the they had some tragic backstory that then galvanizes them, the kind of Aki type situation here, right?
Yes, Aki is that archetype to a T. Yeah.
Right, but given that Denji is not that archetype, he is the like bubbly kind of character and just sort of like, oh yeah, like good boy energy, right?
Right. He's excited by the littlest mundane things because his tragic backstory is just that he has really no past. It's
Right.
that he
So-
had someone that stuck with him through thick and thin when he went through basically his shit. And then he died and that person saved his life. And now they're with him.
Right.
And now it's just, okay, so who else do I have in this world? Well, not many people. So every new person that comes in is a potential friend that can be there to
Yep.
help him with stuff. Every good thing that they do for him is something where he's like, yes, this is the best. I am living life right now.
Right.
I'm loving it.
And yet there's absolutely going to be that dissonance where if that character trait is strong enough to be maintained throughout the show, then oh shit, then
how do I deal with trauma?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Abuse.
There were probably some other things that were left behind, sacrifices that were made, if you will, in order for them to be able to get this benefit.
Yep.
And so us seeing that is I think really
cool.
important.
Yep.
But then of course.
Just to add on to that, especially because the focus of this episode was him literally getting, in some ways, physically beaten down and killed and tortured over and over and over again. Now, not literally tortured, but the torture of dying, coming back, dying, coming back, dying, coming back, over and over and over again.
Yep.
To the point where this might end up being a living hell for him. And this teacher is there maybe just because he's good enough that he gets to get his rocks off on killing, them over and over again. But what is he actually teaching them? Well, in some ways to get a little bit faster, a little bit smarter, a little bit stronger and stuff, sure.
Yep.
But also that, don't fear death.
Sure. I'll bet that power is not the type of... Well, okay, no. They will know when to run after training with this guy.
After this,
right?
yes.
But they will not run out of panic.
Right.
Right? It's the we're out of our depth. Let's retreat, put on the glasses, and come up with a plan.
The glasses was so good. But I love the point that you're making there, because Power did run away. Meaning that, oh, cool. This training for her makes a lot of sense. For Denji, I feel like it's something where this training will numb him. Because I feel like his questions this episode were about, am I numb? Am I a shitty person? Do I care? And I think this training will in some ways beat down not his self-worth, but whether or not he wants to make sure he can take care of himself. And I feel like it's something that could be a bit desensitizing in a long-lasting negative way.
Right, and yet at the same time, it's something where it's teaching him how to use that part of him that is becoming desensitized, right? So it's the, no.
That doesn't have to be wholly a negative.
That doesn't have to be wholly a negative, right? There can be
that-
the places where it has the benefits. The other humans that are in this situation are either all dead or very much rethinking whether or not they're going to keep doing this.
Yep.
For you guys don't really have to worry about that quite as much because
you don't have a choice.
Right,
also.
you can basically, in Denji's case, you can actually die and then just get some blood and come back, right? Power's case, just be within an inch of death kind of a thing. But, okay, how do you then use that, right?
Yeah. I also want to bring up something that's rather interesting here. Of all of them that kind of makes the most sense, I guess, to be... Well, this is weird. Because Denji being immortal and just the word dropped, the I word, basically, is kind of nuts because we saw the effects of that when he faced the Eternity Devil.
Yes.
But Power being one that gains her strength from blood, not in in a unique sense, because they all gain.
But she uses her own blood.
She uses her own blood, meaning that in some ways maybe she has potentially really quite a bit of power, but also because she has to use her own blood, she kind of has this inherent weakness.
Right.
Whereas
her stamina is not great.
She burns her stamina bar very quickly, and that's interesting because I'm wondering why she isn't immortal. Like why he made that distinction feels very odd, and I feel like it has to be the Pochita connection.
Right.
But then again, also Power is not.
Yeah, we don't know what the exact situation is with Power.
Well, we know she's a fiend.
We know she's a fiend.
That's why she has the horns.
Exactly.
And stuff.
It's a devil that is possessing
a corpse. Right.
Okay. Cool.
Right. But she's not immortal.
Right.
Which is like, wait.
Yeah.
So then Denji is really special. Like what happened with Pochita is not a common thing. Even more so now,
right. And
because of the way he made that distinction.
And yet you would think that it could be because, it
feels close to what a fiend is, kind of.
It feels close to what a fiend is. The situation of what happened with Pochita is, it's simple, even if it might be extraordinary, right?
Right.
Like it makes sense within the mechanics of the rules of this world that have been set up and were set up in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Pacts with devils. Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And then maybe just the difference is that because Pochita genuinely cared about Denji, it was less of like a deal and more of like an offering that Pochita kind of made. You know,
Pochita in some ways has not cashed in fully yet.
right?
if
It's
that
a
makes sense.
partnership. You know,
It's a partnership, right? They both are on the ship. They
Right.
both sink or swim at the same time. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Because a deal is something where the transaction was completed in the past. A partnership is an active, present thing that constantly little deals are being made in that regard, but they're not so concrete in their structure. They're more
Sure.
loose and
right. And
like that.
and if anything, I would expect like given what power is as a fiend. Now, granted, maybe there's some reasoning for why fiends actually have to like stay locked to one body or something. But given
sure.
that they're possessing a body, I would almost think that it could be something where it's oh, okay, this body dies. I'm just gonna leave and go inhabit another one, and then it's more like, do you kill the core or the
think
devil inside rather than the actual
I
person?
think I realized why. I
Yeah.
realized why is that there's a reason I think that Pochita replacing the heart is important versus fiends, which might replace the brain. Now, here's a thought here.
Okay.
The head changes, which means on some level there's
That
a
might be where the
physiological there's a
devil is.
physiological or biological investment that the devil makes with the corpse.
Sure, so
And
maybe
in
it was-
that they transform them enough to where it's no, now I've made myself vulnerable to potentially die if this human body were to die again.
Right.
To have the brain
Yeah.
stem severed and stuff like
Because
that.
theoretically, as long as none of the parts like really degraded, a body could still function if you replace the brain. I would think.
Well,
like,
yeah, if you kept
keep the
blood
heart pumping and
all that,
and you get something else to send the electrical signals and stuff like that. It's like, I'm no scientist.
You could
or whatever, but
Frankenstein this,
You could Frankenstein
basically,
this,
yeah.
and so maybe that's what the situation is,
Right.
and that's why there's that locked in kind of investment.
Yeah, it's the idea that the internal organs are putting a lot of effort into upkeeping everything that would degrade very quickly if not getting
Right.
those proper things there. But okay, so that's what's going on with them.
Yep.
And I love their little moment of walking along the street and kind of thinking to themselves, we get to be like smart characters in a manga.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got plenty of ideas. And it's like, okay, we saw them implement them. Mm-hmm. Good job. You tried.
Yeah.
And then the power, don't just spam all your attacks. Let yourself kind of get some time to maybe rebuild your blood, kind of pumping kind
Reservoir
of stuff
or
there.
whatever, or maybe
just maybe eat something while you're doing that. Or
use more weapons, less traps, because
sure.
the accuracy of those weapons was not great. It was more of for an effect, which granted, hey, that could potentially work, but then you've kind of used up all your juice.
I think also in a lot of ways. They also mistimed it a little bit. I think Denji could have gone a little bit faster.
Yeah, if you went simultaneously with the spears going down.
Maybe not simultaneously, but like right after he was like done kicking the ones there, because I feel like if he was spinning around trying to block them all, he would have seen Denji coming down and then been like,
Sure.
oh, cool, and then just immediately goes for Denji.
Right.
But yeah, he needed him to be thinking that he was done, then turn back to the door, and then he comes down and gets him. But yeah.
One of the things that I got to say, though, I do appreciate about the benefits from having these in-universe mechanics is that you can have training that feels a lot more exciting because they are actually being killed, right? Like, so it's not just the thing of we fight and we get scuffed up or whatever, and okay, cool, they get stronger. But like, no. This is an actual situation where if they were to try this out in the field, they're dead, right? Okay, so we learned from that, right? We're not going to do that again.
Fucking Denji's brain didn't fully heal, and he was incapable of speech for a little bit until power came in and was like, boom, 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 boom.
Right, I'm going to damage you a bit more so that way your body's like, oh, yes, I need to heal.
That's right. That's
scary.
horrifying. Just the idea that you would have... I don't know how your brain would process the memories of that, because I feel like if you died, one of the things that would be rather weird is that you might go through almost a little bit of like a memory dump or a memory like flash as you go through a bunch of stuff really quickly, because you wouldn't die instantly from a lot of the wounds that this guy was giving out. You would die in like, I don't know, under a minute, but like
right. It's the thing of the you know, that French Revolution experiment of the see how long the head can keep blinking after it gets guillotined kind of a deal.
Yeah. And what is Denji building up trauma wise? I feel like
Progress towards Denji's explosion.
Right. I feel like we're getting like a little bit of like just adding things onto his like journal of
that
shitty things he's
that was him thinking about it at the beginning of the episode before the training started. He's like, am I being traumatized? Do I need to use the company benefits of therapy and all that? No, I don't think I do.
I'd really like to use that now, yeah.
You know, and then it's like, but you know, then literally later just walking home with power, it's like, now we're good. We're good. We got this. We got this.
Yeah. But okay. All right, Aki.
Future Devil.
Future Devil. He's making a contract with it. We'll see if it likes him. That's a cool thing, where basically you could get a slightly better deal depending on how much the devil likes you, but also potentially not even get a deal if it doesn't like you. Also, I love how much these Crollo and Hanji looking asses are kind of being involved in the story right now just to give Aki some serious people to interact with, because I feel his pain when it's oh my god, these dumbasses can't rub one brain cell together.
Well, and they can't even really empathize with his emotional situation.
Right.
Because
We just came here to eat your fruit.
Exactly.
And read manga and just wait for you to get up.
Like
okay,
Denji,
okay, cool.
Denji at the very least didn't interrupt him when he was crying.
Yeah.
You know, he's not fully gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. Himeno's sister came and brought letters.
Yeah.
And Aki has to be feeling oh my god, I got her killed.
That's like
that's so good. Oh.
Given that we saw something kind of similar with Himeno's whether it was the partner of her old partner or something like that, but basically showing up and being pissed, right? You know, it's you took this person from me.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Right, very similar to that. This though is the oh man, I love it from a storytelling standpoint, and I am so sorry, Aki, because that's the ultimate way to get the revenge, right? It's not by blowing up at them or whatever. It's just showing them a letter of them being vulnerable to you because they weren't able to be with you, and specifically talking about how they wanted to get out of all of this, but you wouldn't listen or take it seriously.
And the thing that's crazy about this is that the very rational thing to take from this is that Himeno made her choice. She could have quit and left Aki.
Yeah.
It's nothing that Aki is in
Don't beat yourself up
for.
about it.
Exactly.
She made her decision, and she was glad to make it, even to the end when she sacrificed everything.
Exactly. So, in this, you're blameless, Aki. It's okay. But you are a person that is defined in a lot of ways by your past, and thus you don't seem to care about living. Right. Because, well, one, you've got this cursed devil deal with the sword and everything, and it's
only 2 years left. Okay, so
every
in
time
for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Might as well smoke. Might as well make a deal with the future devil. You know, all these other
but
things.
But he can't do it even in that moment. That little bit of character animation, seeing him pondering just smoking because it's oh god, it's a fun way to parallel what Denji was feeling and experiencing of oh wait, Himeno died. How do I feel about this?
She was the first person that really wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that Aki, who didn't even really process that Himeno had died until he went to put the cigarette in his mouth and was like, oh god. Like that's some powerful anime's just gotten so good, y'all. Like anime's gotten it feels so good to be in 2022 watching an anime just sitting there and let someone just have their face just communicate so much emotion.
Oh yeah, it's
no dialogue.
And that I would say is absolutely necessary in this situation because we are not getting the emotional sounding boards from Power and Denji,
or even these Crollo Hanji looking at
yeah, exactly, right. So it's the like so being able to do that and have a character on their own in their own scene. They don't need any other scene partners, right? They can chew the scenery and we can know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Without any words, that is
slow clap.
It's so fantastic. And And yet, this kind of stuff makes me wonder with how fast-paced this show is.
Sure.
And how quickly the characters are digging deeper into this situation that they can't really pull out of, right? What will the end of this show look like? Normally in a situation like this, a character that has Aki's kind of plight and seeing the consequences of what happened, Himeno's gone and all of that, I would think that the ultimate like happy ending would be him learning to basically let it go, put it aside and put this away, right? And live a happy life. But he doesn't really have that as an option because he only has 2 years left, right?
He's already done it.
Yeah, he's already done it. So he's past the point of no return. So what does he do? You know, and what kind of happy ending does he even get there?
He just races his way faster towards the finish line.
Hope he sticks the landing, or
he sticks the landing and maybe gets some closure with his family and in some ways maybe Makima, because I really like the idea that one, he has this crush on her. Like it's the kind of thing that makes sense for who he is.
Absolutely.
But it's also one that puts him into that little fun kind of bit of competitive stuff with Denji.
Yes.
But then you very clearly see that the person closest to him that has basically all the means to save him is Denji, because of how Denji approaches the present. He celebrates it.
Sure.
He takes basically the most mundane things and laughs and lives.
Make those last 2 years good ones.
Right. And it's sad because it's cool. It's not a question of if Aki will die. It's the will this show end before Aki dies or after.
And Aki could still potentially walk away from this and have a great 2 years.
Sure.
But that seems a lot less of a compelling option when you've already given up so much.
Right. He's already invested. It's the what is it? Gambler's fallacy.
Gambler's fallacy.
It's something like that, where basically if you've already put in so much, you should
Sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. It's the idea that he's got that specifically, not just in how much he's invested into this, but what the actual context is of what he's investing in.
Right.
So he has to.
That kind of question and that struggle is a very common and good thing to explore in characters in this kind of archetypal situation. But I will say for me personally, it is often very hard for me to get invested in but I'm already so obsessed with this. Not that I don't think the character believes it, but that is it's in their head. It's not an actual lived reality of that they would not be able to turn away from it, right? Whereas in this situation, we can tell exactly how much Aki has given up. You have 2 years left.
Yep. He is in a prison of his own making, and I froze the episode on a specific part that I wanted to kind of focus on, is basically when the two of them bring Aki to the future devil. There's very much this vibe of like, we've set you up. We're your agents. We brought you a meeting with this one here.
Right.
It's like, that's cool. Then he goes in and they shut him in the prison with it. And the imagery and thematic stuff just came flooding to me, realizing, holy shit, wait. That's the whole point of this show. Yeah. This show is about kids that basically get put with a thing right in front of them that they dangle. Like, even the OP, like, kind of Makima being basically this idyllic, kind of beautiful woman that Denji's reaching for and can never actually reach.
Well, and also
then Aki having his vengeance and this powerful goal like right in front of him.
Yeah.
And it's forever out of reach. And then slowly but surely they basically strip off parts of themselves, literally with their devil contracts, to make sure that they can get at this thing that they'll never actually reach, because they keep putting more bars on the prison around them. And I'm like, holy shit, this show. Oh my God.
So something else that kind of stood out to me that I think is interesting. The idea, the aesthetic of this whole place, the prison with all the devils and everything. And hey, we're going to upgrade you. The devils get training arcs. You go to the armory.
Yeah,
right?
You go to the armory and we get you new weapons.
Exactly.
New gear.
I love that.
Yes.
It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
We've already chosen for you what weapon you're going to get.
Well, it's not guaranteed that you'll get a weapon from it.
But go to this devil, the future devil. They're kind of making the decision for him. It's not here's the roster. What do you think would suit you best, right? 2, the devil, the future devil, that sounds like something that could give benefits that aren't necessarily just making Aki fight better, but support benefits for the organization potentially. Something where it's not even just this will help you achieve your goals. It's you only have, you're a tool that we are going to be using in this war or whatever it is that we're getting ourselves into that's coming or is already here or whatever. Make this big contract. We're going to kind of sacrifice you a little bit. And so what do you see? What do you see from your contract?
Can I throw out the thing that we were mentioning earlier? They mentioned for probably the purpose of building up the tension regarding what Aki will have to sacrifice to this devil in order to actually get a contract. But there was a point in which they said, not just that there were 2 others and this is what they sacrificed, but there were 2 in the public safety kind of side of things. And I want to bring up the idea that in the previous episode, one of the people, the guy that quit, specifically asked Makima if she foresaw this or saw this coming, or how much of it did she see coming. And there's a lot of things about Makima that are sus, but one of the things that would be very interesting to bring up is that she could possibly be one of these people that already has a contract with the future devil.
I would think of people you would want to have with contracts with something like the future devil, it would not be people that are fighters, it would be people that are
administrators.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of your middle management people.
The people that make shit happen and steer the ship.
Right. And Makima seems like the kind of person who could have that, but the things that were sacrificed are pretty impactful things, except maybe they aren't. Think about it. Makima has weird eyes. Oh, they sacrificed both their eyes. Maybe Makima got replacement eyes. Maybe Makima got specifically devil eyes. Specifically. And then it's not that Makima is necessarily a devil, just Makima has the eyes of a devil.
Right.
Okay, that's one thing. But also the idea of it was taste and smell as well. Well, Makima always seems to have this cold kind of just doesn't really care kind of attitude. What if it's just she's lost so much of her senses of what makes her human that that's just who she is? Then the other thing, what if Makima is a devil? Then it's well, wait a minute. If you're a devil, couldn't you live so long that getting half of your life taken away is like, oh, what's the difference between living 50,000 years and living 25,000 years?
Well, that's one of the things that I'm kind of curious about, because the half your lifespan, that seems like
that's a Death Note kind of thing.
Totally,
me,
but from Aki's standpoint, I only have 2 years left, so taking it down to a year, fuck it. That's
true.
That's not that much that I'm giving up at that point, right? But I could also see the devil being like, no, bitch, I can see you only have 2 years left. I'm not taking half your lifespan.
Sees the number.
It's like, nice try, but I'm the fucking future devil. Take that shit somewhere else, right? But
that's why I really want this to be a thing of where it's Aki finds a really weird deal, and the future devil's like, oh, I love that, because that's not what I usually get offered, It's
right, exactly.
That's so
you're,
cool.
You're a bit of a special case. We'll have to. Well, we can't use like the pre-gen, like contracts. No, we'll have to make something custom.
I want to say also there was something weird about this, in that I really feel like there was a moment earlier on in the reactions where we just saw him with the sword or something, and it was just like, wait, so what's his ability? Like, he can like he's like really good at like seeing things or something, like he has some kind of special sight or something like that. That was something I thought in my head back then. And I don't remember if I like actually made a prediction or something like that, because I think it was just like, wait, so what's... And then he does the ko, and then I was like, oh,
there you go.
There it is. He's literally Fushi guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's the summoner.
Yeah, he's the summoner, except
with the dog.
Except his summons are like useful.
To be fair, I loved that Fox Devil's kind of pissed at him right now.
Yeah. And not on speaking terms.
No, you kind of have been not treating them right. And
exactly.
I really want that to be something that's explored more with Aki, especially if we're seeing what a new contract looks like.
Yep.
Because
we haven't really seen a contract get formed.
Well, Denji is the only example.
Is the only example, and even then, that was it was an
edge
case kind of situation.
It was different. It's probably not what it usually is, this is probably closer to what it actually is like.
Right.
But yeah, I had to show this image in the discussion here because it reminded me of the Zuko Iroh bit in the Avatar and the Fire Lord, when it's you're the one going into the prison, but it's like, well, wait a minute.
Right.
From this perspective, you look like you're the one that has always been in the prison.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Uh-huh.
And I just had to be like, oh, that's
well, and also
that's some cool visual little.
Hey, we're gonna take this
there.
Emotionally distraught person, and then have them make a deal with the devil right now.
Immediately.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Like, I get meta pacing stuff and all that. We have something interesting happening for Aki too right now. But
and it makes sense for them to also do this because it's the, hey, we can't afford to waste time. But this
we
is
can
also
get attacked again.
right.
Yeah.
But this is also right after the sister of his partner comes in and basically says, hey, here's evidence that it's your fault. Oh no, totally. But it's just our boy.
Yeah.
So
also, here's another wild thing. If Makima is in some kind of deal already with the future devil, then that explains why there's a potential like connection with these two here being like, oh, we got you a meeting basically with the future devil.
Sure.
It's a no, we didn't do it actually. Makima directly said like, I'll bet he could get a really good deal with the future devil.
Here's a crazy thought.
Yeah.
I don't think this necessarily has a high likelihood of being true.
Okay.
But I like the idea.
Okay.
With devil contracts, one of the things that would come up is combinations, right?
Sure.
If Makima has the future devil contract, right? What was one of the things that happened recently that we were like, how did that happen? How did she get the names of the people on the train? Because if you think about it, she wouldn't want anyone to know that she has the limitation of actually needing to know the name. But what if she was able to look into the future where she interrogated them and found out their name without actually interrogating them in the real timeline,
Sure.
gets the information, and then it's like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Right? And that's how she keeps the secret. No one ever knows that she needs the name, right? Because she just doesn't actually ask.
That I love it.
Like,
I love it. It's just kooky enough to work, I would say. But yeah. Wow.
So,
all right, so we got ourselves a great episode. I would say we should go like glasses make you smart or something like that. what should be the Smarty Power? It's like Smarty
Powie.
Pants. Powie?
Powie. Did he say Powie before this episode?
Yeah. No, not
I don't
before
think
this
before
episode.
this episode.
No, that was this episode. Yeah.
I love that as a
code
nickname, by the way. Yeah. Yes,
okay,
but also
so the code is Powie, Powy. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the full-length timer version of this reaction, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Any level support there gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.